So probably the second most common question I get about common pediatric illnesses is what to do when our child has a cold or a flu. So we're going to talk about that now. Hello, my name is Dr. Erica Smith, and I'm a licensed naturopathic physician who helps kids thrive without medications or harsh interventions. First of all, what is a cold versus what is a flu? Cold is really just a term used to describe like the overall symptoms of runny nose, maybe some head congestion, maybe some digestive changes, a scratchy throat. It can be caused by multiple viruses. The flu, though, is a contagious respiratory virus. It has many of the same symptoms as a cold, but you're also going to see more spikes in fever and some extreme fatigue and maybe some more muscle aches with the flu. So that's the slight difference between a cold and a flu. But basically the same thing is happening in the body, whether your child gets a cold or a flu. The immune system now knows that there's an invader, there's a virus that the body needs to respond to, and so the immune system is mounting a vigorous response. Oftentimes cold and flus are opportunistic, and they tend to happen when one of these three things has happened in your child. They're either extremely tired, they haven't gotten enough sleep, they've had an overindulgence of processed foods, or they're in a stress state or an immunosuppressed state. So one of the best ways to keep our kids healthy, particularly in the winter, is to make sure that they're getting adequate sleep, make sure that they're not overindulging in processed foods, that they're getting their fruits and their vegetables. And if they are in an immunosuppressed state because of some medication or some other illness, we just know that we've got to boost the immune system to help fight off. So everyone always wants to know, how do we treat a cold or a flu naturally without having to take, some medication or to go to the doctor? Usually a cold will go away with rest. Nothing's needed other than a little bit of extra love, and within a few days, the body will generally respond. A flu, though, may require a little bit more because flus, like I said, children might spike fevers and have some muscle aches, so that may need a little bit more support. But for both cold and flu, keeping your child well hydrated, allowing them to rest is very, very important. You want to keep on top of hydration, particularly with the flu, because that can give fever and sweating. So we want to be giving like a half a cup to a cup of water maybe every hour. And like we talked about before, you can also allow your kid to suck on like fruits. Watermelon is a great one because it's got a lot of water in it. Some immune boosting herbs to consider before a cold hits, and especially after a cold or flu hits, would be lemon balm, chamomile, echinacea. Those are all really great and can be added to teas or drinks to make them easier for kids to take. Also, elderberry syrup is a great antiviral that kids like, and adding garlic to your foods is a great antimicrobial just to help the body fight off whatever this infection is. Some immune boosting nutrients might be making sure that your kid has enough vitamin C, enough vitamin D, adding a little zinc and a little selenium. These are great to do all the time, but especially during a cold or a flu. So if your child has a cold or flu and you've done all the things, you've given them 2 or 3 days at home and it's just not passing, then you may want to contact your healthcare provider just to get some support. These are some other reasons why you may want to contact your healthcare provider before the 3 days is over. If your child is having difficulty breathing, if you find that they're coughing a lot and there's blood in the mucus, if the cough lasts more than 2 weeks, and if your child is showing signs of dehydration, you're going to want to make sure that you get some support from a healthcare provider. Other than that, colds and flus really can be managed at home. You as a mom or dad are very well capable of taking care of your kid at home with a basic cold or flu. If you found this information helpful and would like to learn more, please like and subscribe so you can be notified about other ways to keep your child healthy naturally.